Tag TV, and Tag Radio. Technology now has a voice of innovation and information. Get it on www.tagtvonline.com. The click of a mouse, the push of a button, the twitch of a joysticks, Xboxes or Wiis or cell phones or computers, millions of us are defending the planet from alien invasion, winning the Masters golf course, playing pro football, trading blows with the greatest boxer of all time, and fighting in a world of Warcraft, or for that matter, living an entire second life. The computer video game industry, according to a featured cover story in Georgia Trend's April edition, a $297.6 million game retail business in the U.S. alone, and some $22 billion in sales. The magazine went on to report entertainment software sales made up half of that, some $11 billion plus in 2008. In Georgia, Trend reports about 70 companies, more than 2,000 workers, and an economic impact of about $71.8 million last year. That's serious business, and it's all about serious online gaming. Greetings, everyone. It's Tuesday, April 14, 2009, and this is Tech Talk with Technology Association of Georgia President Tino Mantella. Georgia's booming video game industry, a $72 million plus wallop for our state just last year alone, and growing like crazy. Nationally, retailers report the equivalent of 9 games sold every second. Tino explores the phenomenon of serious gaming with Oscar Garza, online marketing manager for Georgia-based CCP Games, designers, producers, and publishers of the virtual world company flagship entry into this billion-dollar booming business, EVE Online, and its organized playing game entry, Vampire: The External Struggle. Oscar has been an entertainment marketing professional for several years and an active gamer for nearly a decade. What's it like to make games as a career? Just how do you make money doing it? And what does it take to compete in a world, well, of Warcraft-like competitors? Serious gaming and the future of computer video entertainment, as Tino speaks with CCP marketing executive Oscar J. Garza III.
Oscar, thank you for joining me on Tech Talk.
Thank you, Tino.
Why don't we start off by you telling us a bit about CCP and what games you make?
Well, CCP is a fully vertically integrated gaming and entertainment studio, and what that means is CCP is capable of designing, developing, and publishing games that range from the traditional board game and card game to the online video games. Our flagship product is EVE Online, which is a massive multiplayer online role-playing game. So we have 280,000 people around the world that pay us $14.99 a month to play this sci-fi spaceship game. EVE is mainly developed and supported in our Reykjavik office, CCP Iceland, and then the other 2 offices we have are CCP Shanghai, which we use as a gateway into the Asian market, and CCP North America. Here we work on future projects, but also significantly support and develop EVE. We call EVE and these other project games, but there's so much more than that. We like to think of ourselves as building virtual worlds. In EVE, you can build, buy, and sell everything that players use in the universe. So we have this player-generated economy, essentially. We've even hired a professor of economics to monitor and explain the thousands of daily transactions that happen in the game and what that does to the virtual economy, essentially. And when we allow that kind of freedom to the inhabitants of EVE, we are truly offering a virtual world in society.
So in addition to the $14.95, because you had mentioned that, then can people buy other elements as part of the game?
We release 2 free expansions throughout the year. Most other games charge an initial box fee for like at retail,
right?
Plus, $50 every expansion. We do that for free, so there's no additional cost to play the game.
Great. So what's it like to? It sounds like you've been in the gaming business for quite some time, probably as a participant, and now as on the other side of the business. So what's it like to actually make games for a living?
It's it's great, but it's a little complicated at times. It's a lot of fun. I mean, we get to play our games, obviously, but we have over 350 employees worldwide for CCP in the offices I described, and they fill various roles. We have designers, programmers, and those make up the majority of our staff. They use an iterative, incremental process of software development called Scrum, and this allows those teams to stay flexible in new product development and the releases. And this day stay in contact with each other, we use video and teleconferencing solutions. It's, with the Shanghai office and the Iceland office and the U.S. office, there's time differences all over the place, and we have to have meetings with each other and things like that. One of the things that makes our process more complex is our own technology. So most of these other games that we're talking about, when you log into the game, you have to choose between multiple servers to play on, and in each of the servers there are 2,000 or 3,000 people. When you look at World of Warcraft, they might have several million people playing the game, but only 2,000 or 3,000 playing at any one iteration of the universe, whereas we have all 280,000 people playing in the one virtual universe. So it just makes it much more complex for the designers and the maintenance and support of the game. We've partnered with Microsoft and IBM to test and implement some of the latest and most powerful computing technology, and to the point where the memory we use in our supercomputing cluster is military grade.
So we all know, all of our listeners are feeling the pinch of the economy. I'm sure they're wondering how gaming's doing in the scheme of things in respect to the economy today.
Gaming is doing rather well. I mean, the numbers you described in the intro were about accurate. I mean, in entertainment, we're doing quite well. We're almost beating Hollywood these days. A lot of it has to do with in times of crisis, people turn to entertainment, and they want to find the most efficient form of entertainment. And paying $14.99 a month for unlimited playtime is about that. I mean, it's about as good as you can get. It's a lot better than a movie and a popcorn these days. And we've actually seen a significant increase in our subscribers since Q4 for a number of reasons. One, the theory I described, and two, we have a lot of returning players coming back to play in one of the new expansions we just released on March 10th called Apocrypha.
We'll talk a little bit about that expansion and how that's going.
So on March 10th, we deployed EVE Online Apocrypha. It's the 10th free expansion for EVE Online, and with it we delivered a number of new and exciting features, not limited to the sudden appearance of unstable wormholes in space that allow the universe that we've created to be 41% larger. So now there are over 8,000 systems in the game. For 280,000 people, the universe is just so vast. And for that, we've developed new ships, missions, and epic mission arcs for players to participate in, an upgraded sound engine, and new animations for almost every effect in the game, a premium graphics client for Mac users, as well as a premium light client for a lower end graphics suite, as well as full Russian language support, which now brings us to English, German, and Russian localized languages for the client.
Wow. So it sounds like you have out of the 350 employees you described, you have quite an extensive R&D department there, or do you outsource some of that?
It's all done in-house.
Oh, very good.
Mm-hmm.
So in kind of shifting gears a little bit here, we're running out of time, but your company has a reputation for being a fun work environment, and even for a video game company. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, first, we're hiring. So if you want to come see what it's like, you can definitely stop by or come to the website, ccpgames.com. But we're hiring about 100 positions right now here in our North American office, mostly programmers and artists. And, experience in the gaming industry is a plus, but, we're definitely one of the few gaming companies hiring. You should come check us out.
That's great. Great news for our listeners.
No, for sure. I mean, working here in the office, I mean, it's not just, playing video games and working, but, there's a number of benefits that we offer. A full gym, monthly parties. We have company-wide retreats like this. Earlier this year, we were in Morocco. And a chef, obviously, that does our breakfast and lunches and dinners on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
So that sounds like a place that many of our listeners will want to check out online, and who knows, maybe you'll get some calls from this. So, Oscar, thank you very much for joining us on Tech Talk today.
Thank you for having me.